Welcome into Mesquite, Texas tonight for the second edition of the MASL's closest rivalry, the Texas Derby, here in the Rodeo Arena. The Outlaws are coming off a win over the Sidekicks over in Allen last Sunday, in which they grabbed their first 3 points of the season. Ed Puskarich seems to have the group coalescing, moving in the right direction, now 10 games into his time in charge of the Outlaws. But now the real charge begins for Texas, who have those games in hand, but they need to take advantage of them to have a chance to pull themselves out of the cellar of the league and make that trip to San Diego for the Ron Newman Cup playoffs at the end of the season. These Dallas Sidekicks are in the same battle for playoff positions, and they need a win to bounce back from a disappointing pair of home losses last weekend. Plenty of familiar faces on both sides tonight, both on the turf and in the benches, and it always means more when these two teams do battle. Thank you so much for joining us here on MASL TV tonight. My name is Ryan Figert. I'm excited to talk you through all the action here from Mesquite, Texas. Ed Puskarich coaching against his former team, the team he led last season, against his former assistant in Terry Woodbury. Across the other side on the bench for the Sidekicks. We'll take you through the starting group for both sides. First, for the visitors, in goal, Parker Lackland, now the starter for Dallas this season. Alongside him in the starting group, Nestor Hernandez, the veteran defender, Felipe Silva, Renato Torquato, Jamie Lovegrove, and David Balliat. Jamie Lovegrove having a resurgence here in his 10th MASL season. He scored in every game. One of many players who have spent time on either side of this rivalry. Over on the other side for Ed Puskarich tonight, Jesus Rivera keeps his spot in goal. Defensively, you've got Eric Macias, Steven Chavez, Steven Gonzalez, David Ortiz in the lineup, along with Vicmore Aligwe, another one who played last season, at least partially with the Sidekicks, now representing the Outlaws, his third season in total with Texas. Final huddle for both teams, the Sidekicks in green and white, moving from right to left here in the first quarter. And the Outlaws will be in all white, moving from left to right. Actually flip that as the Sidekicks take the turf. They'll move from left to right. Lovegrove closest to me here, wearing the armband as the captain for the Sidekicks. Texas, after an 0-9 start, starting to find their identity. Picked up their first 3 points last week in Allen against the Sidekicks. Here's the grudge match, second of 6 matchups between these two teams this season. And a crucial battle as both teams look for a playoff position come the end of the year. It's Balliat to get things underway. As Silva goes long, Torquato darting up the left side, and we're straight into the action. Rivera able to pick up the ball and get the first possession for the Outlaws. Macias missed the game against Utica last week, came back for the Sidekicks matchup, helped his team to the win. Here's O'Keefe battling with Macias. O'Keefe able to turn his man, but Macias gets a toe to it. Possession back to the Outlaws. Rivera goes long. Aligwe fighting for position with Hernandez. This time Hernandez wins out. Two veterans in the arena. Spent plenty of time as teammates as well as on opposite sides. Here's Felipe Silva wearing the 95 for Dallas. Valadez out for the first time. Here's a look at Fabian Cruz, sorry. 25-year-old out of Fort Worth. One of a few additions to the Sidekicks roster this season. Here's a chance maybe for Aligwe off the header from Gonzalez. Here's Aligwe on the left foot. Near post shot saved by Lackland. Quintana immediately under pressure from Chavez, but he does just enough, the all-star defender, to get it back to Parker Lackland. Escalera up against Ortiz. The Outlaws get it clear. Here's a debutant tonight, Steve Merker, a veteran in the arena, making his first appearance for Texas. Ed Puskarich looking for some leadership, some experience in indoor soccer to go with the hefty batch of rookies this year for Texas. Looking for O'Dwyer. Stankovic and Ramallo beaten to it by O'Keefe. Always electric, Colin O'Keefe. Played in every match for the Sidekicks over the last 2 seasons since he was picked up in the draft. And here's Oscar Romero. Chipped ball in, looking for Blas Perez. First Battle between him and the Outlaws defense, and it's Grant Magles who gets ahead to it out of play. Quickly restarted by Jamie Lovegrove. Uses the boards to go into Blas Perez. Set up for Lovegrove, right-footed shot, wide of the target. And there's the turnover. Merker just going to clear his lines here. Ramallo steps the line of pressure up. And Merker goes for the change. Stankovic coming on. The dangerous rookie forward for Texas. Here's the veteran forward for Dallas. Perez in the corner. Finds Lovegrove, switches it across to Romero. Texas talking to Coach Piscaris before the game. He's really proud of how they built their defensive identity. That was on display last week, even against the likes of Kelvin Oliveira and Utica, keeping him quiet for a majority of the game, a game he feels they should have won. Here's Rivera struggling to keep a hold of it with Blas Perez in the area. Scrum forward on the boards. And Ramallo is the one who comes away with it. Romero ends up on the turf, and first foul of the game goes against Blas Perez. Referee sets the ball for Steven Gonzalez. And he blasts it right into Colin O'Keefe. Unforced error here. Gonzalez now battling with O'Keefe in the corner. Fans getting behind their team here. A well-attended matchup. Of course, pretty easy for Sidekicks fans to make the trip from Allen down to Mesquite as well. And that brings the atmosphere for tonight's rivalry match. Lovegrove switches it across to Parker Lackland. Makes his way towards the halfway line. Now drives it in towards the corner. No one home in green. Loose ball retrieved by Quintana. Nice header into the feet of Powell. He can't find a teammate. And Bagley going the other way. Putting pressure on Lackland. Quintana clears his lines. Macias wins the header. Aligwe, nice first touch, finds Davies. Davies wants to run at Valadez, but Lovegrove picks his pocket from behind. And now 3v2 going the other way. Torquato finds Lovegrove, left-footed shot, looking for the top corner, wasn't far away. And now Powell, and Powell with the low shot, blocked by Macias. This game is end to end here in the opening couple of minutes. Tyler Bagley, step over onto his left foot, space to shoot, cuts it back towards Aligwe. He misses his kick. Huge chance there for the veteran forward. Good work from Bagley on the counter. And as both teams make changes, Felipe Silva walks it up now for Dallas. Along the boards, looking for Balliet. Rivera hoping it gets to him. Balliet commits the foul. Too physical for the referees liking that time. From Soccer Dave. His first MASL season with Dallas. Rivera launches it long. Silva retrieves it. Awkward one for Lackland to deal with. Volleyed effort saved by Lackland low. Follow up from Ortiz is a swing and a miss. And now going the other way, O'Keefe. Patrolling is Macias. O'Keefe chased back. Steve Merker making a nuisance of himself there. Lackland up to the task here early. Quintana walks it up to the yellow line. And that shot harmlessly over from Fabian Cruz. High intensity to start this game. And that's what happens when teams play each other in such quick succession. Second of 6 matchups between them. Dallas has had one quick bout with Utica in between games, but for the Outlaws, it's 3 straight against the Sidekicks in total. It's the second of the 3. Ortiz, first real time on the ball for him after a standout performance in the win last week. 2 goals and 2 assists. Here he finds Stankovic on the turn. Finds Frumane. Back to Deverinis. Into the feet of Chavez. He lets it run all the way through to Lackland. Gets a touch to it. Here's Famune from the yellow line. Shot trapped by Quintana. Ortiz makes the interception. Ortiz pokes it past Lackland, wide of the post. Follow up off the post as well. Chavez nearly had the opener. Instead, it's a sprint back the other way. Oscar Romero at the yellow line. Step over onto his right foot, onto his left, and didn't quite wrap his foot around it. It's out of play. And a moment to take a breath. We'll have a timeout here, and probably at the next stoppage, anytime under 8. And it's been all action to start as the service from the goalkeeper straight into the feet of Oligwe, who wins a foul. And while they set up this free kick, we want to let you know that MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything MASL. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. Get it online at MASLsoccer.com. 8:16 to go here in the first. Oligwe battling for it with Silva. Romalo picks up the pieces. O'Dwyer, first touch forward, picks it up off the feet of Silva. Foot race down into the corner. Silva shielding, flicks it up to himself, able to get it clear. Good work from the defender there. Now Torquato going the other way. Gonzalez in retreat. Torquato onto the left foot, gets the shot away. I think it was deflected. Wide of the goal in the end. Oligwe already into a couple of tussles with his former teammates. Couldn't hold it up that time. Valadez gets it back for Dallas. Here is Bradley Valadez. He's a Mesquite native, playing in his hometown tonight. You hear Romero, nice work up the boards, cut back for Blas Perez, and he pokes it into the net for the opening goal. Great work from Yahir Romero as we head into the timeout. Dallas gets the early lead through Blas Perez. And we'll step aside. We'll be back with the remainder of the first quarter right after this. We'll resume play here with a kickoff after the opening blow landed by the Dallas Sidekicks and Blas Perez. For Perez picking up his 6th goal in 9 games this season, the longtime Panama international on the score sheet here. And we resume play. Texas now looking to respond. Ortiz dumped to the turf. That might be 3 fouls already against O'Keefe. We'll have to be careful. Ortiz limps to the bench. That's not a good sign from a Texas perspective at all. Gonzalez lifts it ahead, looking for Oligwe, nearly gets ahead to it. Lackland now outside his area. Oligwe blocks his clearance when it arrives back for Parker Lackland. Torquato, nice diagonal out to O'Keefe. O'Keefe looking to get onto his right foot. Shielded off it, and all the way back to Rivera, who rolls it into the feet of Vicmore Oligwe. Loose touch there, gives it back to O'Keefe, but Vicmore makes up for the mistake, showing his frustration with the way this game has started for Texas. Both teams without a couple of key players tonight. Dwayne Laidley and Suriel Aruz out for Texas, both with illness, and injuries for David Teixeira and Moises Hernandez on the Dallas side. Laid back by Balliet for Silva. Shot from Silva wide. Arrives for you here, Romero. Lovegrove with the shot, easily blocked by Steven Gonzalez. Good work under pressure from 2, and he wins another foul, this time from Balliet. Both teams with a bevy of changes there Head to the free kick. Here's Chavez now. One of a couple players that have played every game for the Outlaws this year. Leaves it here for Macias. Macias ahead. Shielding it in the corners. Merker looking for help, but Chavez had been dumped to the turf by Valadez. Chavez motioning towards the referee. He wanted a foul. He didn't get. Lovegrove finds Powell inside the box. Taken away from him by O'Dwyer. There's no moment to rest for either team in this game so far. Lovegrove asking for a pass back. Rivera goes long. Ligwe again just trying to turn his defender, but the Sidekicks so far been able to beat him to it. They go quickly here though. Here's Bagley. Sliding tackle from Valadez. And Bagley picks up the foul there against Oscar Romero. 2 of the 3 Romero brothers active tonight. No Eastside Romero for Dallas. Davies up against O'Keefe. Grant Michaels shielding it back towards Bagley. He uses the boards well that time. Sliding tackle from Valadez, nowhere near the ball. Avoided by Davies. Perez tries to find Torquato. Arrives for him on the right corner. Shot wide of the goal. Retrieved by Blas Perez. This is a feisty one already. Both teams jawing back and forth and at the officials here in the first quarter. Carrying over from where they left off in Allen 6 days ago. Into the corner for Torquato. Kamune defending. The Brazilian wants a foul and he'll get it once he crumples underneath the challenge. Lovegrove's going to line up the free kick here. Options across the yellow line. 3 of them now with Perez at the back post. Lovegrove lays it back for Yahir Romero. Left-footed shot, comfortable for Rivera. He rolls it out for Aligwe. A few Outlaws going for a change. Need to provide support for Aligwe. It wasn't there. Gonzalez picks up the second ball. Macias ahead towards Vicmore. Silva gets it back towards Lackland. High intensity but low scoring here so far in the first quarter. Lackland quickly shoves it out towards Silva. Ortiz. As the ball goes out of play, I'm gonna let you know that Green Drop offers a better alternative to the outdated compression sleeves and socks, truly providing long-lasting relief at an affordable price. Green Drop's recovery products are uniquely suited to help our athletes battle aching joints and muscles. Learn more or try it yourself by visiting greendropcompression.com. Lovegrove down in the corner. Gets it off the boards. Rivera out off his line, able to get the touch. And now ahead for Stankovic to chase. Haven't seen Ortiz since he limped off earlier in the quarter. Don't see him on the bench right now. And that will be a big concern for Ed Puskaric as they're looking to build off the momentum of their first win. They're going to need their captain to do that. He was instrumental with 2 goals and 2 assists in that win. Romalo foot race with Hernandez into the corner. Hernandez does enough to shield it back to Lackland. Great service from Lackland. Down to Lovegrove in the corner. Numbers in the attack for Dallas. Powell just about had space to shoot before he was closed down by Merker. Merker out to Romalo, back to Merker. Bagley ahead of him, here's Bagley. Oh, heavy first touch, he cleans it up and gets the shot away, but it's wide of the goal. Tyler Bagley picked up a goal against Dallas on Sunday. Had a chance there to equalize. Second real chance of the match for the Outlaws. Heavy touch there from Lovegrove, straight out of play. 2 minutes to go here in the first. wire back to Steven Gonzalez, two players who started their MASL journey with the Dallas Sidekicks. A lot of friendly handshakes, a lot of love before the game between the two teams, but that has not carried over to the turf tonight. As you'd expect, the intensity goes up a notch when you know the guys on the other side. Lovegrove asking for the requisite space here to take this free kick. Referee counts it off. Two-man wall here for Rivera. Quick touch from Lovegrove finds Yahir Romero. Back to him from Perez. Overhit the pass. 2v1 if they go quickly. Here's Maxwell de Verenis. Might have been fouled, but he manages to find Chavez. A league way for company. Chavez, low shot. Deflects right in front of Lackland, and he covers it up. And the distribution has been on point, and it's been quick. Getting O'Keefe out and running in transition. Finds Romero now. Yellow line, out to O'Keefe. Looking for space to shoot. Romero on the overlap. Fakes back, finds Baladez. Left-footed drive, low across the turf. Breaks for Blas Perez. Back out for the Sidekicks. Wanting to double their advantage here in the final minute of the first quarter. Romero loses out to Chavez. Numbers now going the other way. Stankovic to his left. O'Keefe on the retreat, gets a foot to it. Baladez gets the telling touch. The speed of O'Keefe, the relentless energy that he brings, stops the counter that time for the Outlaws. Not much to split these two teams in the opening frame. We're gonna need another game ball. Miter, the official game ball supplier of the Major Arena Soccer League, established in 1817. Miter is one of the leading soccer brands worldwide and produces some of the best soccer balls in the world. You can learn more at mitre.com. And they do have another Miter game ball ready to go. These final seconds of the first. Bagley in retreat. Baladez on the drive to the yellow line. Left-footed shot into traffic. Defended away by Merker. Here's Balliet to Lovegrove. Drags it back, looks for a pass. Quintana, who will line up for Team Pereira in the All-Star game this Wednesday out in Utica. David Ortiz, the representative, as Lovegrove goes for the spectacular in the final seconds of the quarter. Ortiz set to represent Team Kelvin. Opposite him out in Utica. And Ortiz is now back on the bench. That's a good sign for Outlaws fans. He might have still a part to play tonight. And for fans of the league, that he might continue on into Wednesday's All-Star game. Lovegrove playing tonight, not amongst the All-Stars. I think if the voting had been a little bit later, he'd certainly have his name there. He's been one of the top players league-wide this season. The Sidekicks keep him quiet, but give up the lone goal of the first quarter to Blas Perez. Step aside for the quarter break, and we'll be right back for the next 15 minutes here from the Mesquite Arena. just about ready to get the second quarter underway here on this Saturday night bout between the Texas Outlaws and the Dallas Sidekicks. On Mondays, you should catch MASL Monday on MASL TV and the CBS Sports Golasso Network. Alex Bastiavansky and Phil Levanko are joined each week by special guests from across the league to recap all the games and discuss the league's hot topics. Will they be discussing the Sidekicks bouncing back, or will they be discussing a 2-game winning streak for the Texas Outlaws? Plenty of time still for that to be decided. Oligwe gets us back underway, and Ortiz is back out there. Immediately finds Oligwe. Ortiz, the heartbeat of this team. Limped off with an injury in the first quarter. Here's Torquato, loses out to Macias, another Mesquite, Texas native, suiting up for his hometown side. Oligwe tries to shield it. Can't find a teammate. O'Keefe going the other way in the center circle. He's got Balliet ahead of him, checks it back for Nestor Hernandez. Chips ball forward from Lackland, finds Quintana. Off the outside of the right foot, here's Lovegrove, left-footed shot. Couldn't quite whip his hips around and get it on target. Looking to extend his season-long point streak. Jamie Lovegrove. On the Texas side, Stankovic has as many goals as games, but he did fail to score a couple of times on the road. He scored in every home game. Here he is on the turn. Texas, the last team in the league, looking for their first home win. Of course, they did get started quite a bit later than the rest across the MASL. That means they have 3 games in hand on the St. Louis Ambush, who currently occupy the last playoff spot for the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. 8 points back of the Ambush with 3 games in hand means mathematically it's still in their hands to reach those playoff positions. Although the Ambush putting up a good showing tonight against San Diego in one of 3 league-wide matchups. Ortiz to Chavez, low shot, foot saved by Lackland. Set back for Ortiz, left-footed shot through traffic. Fine break for the Sidekicks, who may be able to counter off it going the other way. Powell, options left and right. Powell against Ortiz. Ortiz stabs at it. Powell through traffic, that one wide. Just to the right of the post. And the Outlaws back in defensive shape. Powell against Gonzalez. Nice touch there from Chavez. Just about avoids the scoreboard there. That heavy first touch. Ortiz up against 2. Macias tries to get it back to him, but Ortiz can't keep it. He's still struggling with that injury. Lovegrove with space. Perez at the back post. Lovegrove against Gonzalez, goes off the boards. That looked intentional for Blas Perez. And the Sidekicks will keep possession. Hernandez back to Lovegrove. Up against Macias. Lovegrove off the left foot. Second ball breaks for Ramallo. And Perez can't imagine the referee blowing his whistle there, but he did. Second against Dallas goal scorer tonight. Long ball off the boards from Merker. Picked up by Lackland. Has to bend it around Merker and does towards Balliet, but Gonzalez beats him to the ball. Still contested around the halfway line. Merker gets a toe to it. Dwyer doesn't see anything ahead of him. Have to check back here. Michaels to Gonzalez, quickly goes down by 2. Rivera flips it ahead, looking for Stankovic. Kana back to Lackland. Goes long all the way through. Goalkeeper to goalkeeper. Lackland, who split time last year with Juan Gamboa, who's on the bench tonight for Dallas. Looks like he's won the starting job for the Sidekicks. Davies dancing there with 3 defenders around him, finds Bagley ahead of him. Bagley in the corner, off the boards, looking for Stankovic. Couldn't turn it on target. Macias tries an incisive pass through the Dallas defense. Can't find a teammate, retrieves it. Bagley with Stankovic ahead of him, into Stankovic, edge of the box. Lackland out, uses his feet well. Clearance though, immediately retained by the Outlaws. Bagley through traffic, and Lackland makes another save. And starts another counter. Powell tries to get it to Lovegrove and does. Lovegrove grabs the goal. A season-long point streak continues for Jamie Lovegrove. And he doubles the Dallas lead. Great hold-up play from Powell on the goal. Had 2 chances to find the Dallas captain. Second chance, he was able to do so, as Texas got stretched there in transition. It's been a game of transition. Both goalkeepers, as soon as they pick it up, launching it long. End-to-end stuff. Dallas the better of it so far. Driven down the boards for Oligwe. Holds it up for Gonzalez. Out to the left. Chavez holding off Nestor Hernandez. Closed down now by 2. Deverinis towards O'Dwyer. This header won there by Gonzalez to keep the pressure on. Chavez now onto his left foot. Off the near side boards. Lackland got a touch to it. And a foul committed by O'Keefe, as the Outlaws will have O'Dwyer on the floor. That's who they want to key this type of situation, especially with no Ortiz. So once again, I'm not seeing on the bench O'Dwyer. Out to Macias from the other line. Back is Chavez. Macias not on the same page there, and Silva makes the interception. Here goes O'Keefe. Ahead for Oscar Romero. Tries to cut in and does. Gets past Gonzalez. Tripped up by Macias. Romero wanting a blue card. Not forthcoming from the referees. First of the game against Macias. So this is a dangerous set piece opportunity. Lovegrove to his left, Perez to his right. You hear Romero and Valadez furthest players back for Oscar Romero, standing over the free kick. Leaves it for Valadez, and that's a painful one for the wall, but they stand tall. 2 blocks for Oligwe. It'll be a Sidekicks corner. It's like Oligwe now wearing the armband, and that tells me that Ortiz may not return. Set back for Lovegrove. Silva back to Lackland. It's a big blow for Texas. Lackland into the attacking half. Valadez into the feet of Blas Perez. Oscar Romero, who rejoined the Sidekicks halfway through last season. One of 3 Romero brothers with Dallas. Lovegrove. The 2 goal scorers combined up the left into Romero. Left back for Lovegrove. Shot dragged just wide. Maybe a chance to counter now. Poked out for Chavez to chase. Oligwe makes his sprint towards the back post. Good defending that time from Silva. So immediately turned over. Here's Chavez on the turn right at Lackland, who makes the save. Escalera ahead. Bagley gets a touch to it. Wicked spin on that ball. And it breaks back for Vicmore Oligwe. Goes back. Bagley will retrieve. Bagley, a couple of goals in 5 games since joining the Outlaws. He was drafted by Inter Miami just a couple seasons ago. most recently played with Las Vegas Lights in the outdoor game. Escalera whistled for a hand up in the face of Romalo. Be a free kick from just behind the yellow line. O'Dwyer looking for options, rolls it over to Macias. Controlled with the sole of the foot, gets the shot away, blocked by Balliet. He's grimacing in pain. That was a rocket off the foot of Eric Macias. Gonna be a corner kick for the Texas Outlaws here. O'Dwyer lays it back for Macias off the left foot through traffic. And the whistle goes for a foul, something away from the play. Sidekicks were able to clear that off the line anyways. But Romalo, who drew the foul moments ago, this time commits the foul. Oligwe closes down Lackland onto his left foot. Hernandez able to shield it away from pressure. Now you hear Romero, 3v2 for Dallas. You hear Romero, drags it onto his right foot, gets the shot away, just wide. And they can't make the most of the numbers advantage there. Romalo on a sprint up the left. Closed down by Romero, who wins it back now onto his favorite left foot. Mune defending. The energy with the Sidekicks bench as they applaud Yahir Romero, who comes off for his brother Oscar. Chipped into Powell. Laid back for Lovegrove. Into the corner for Oscar Romero, but it breaks for Jesse Rivera. Outlaws trying to cope with the injury to David Ortiz, their captain. They're struggling to advance the ball. And out the number 10. Lackland launches it low and long. Powell commits the foul. A little bit of a late whistle there, but seemed warranted to me. Bagley back to Macias, immediately closed down by Torquato. Macias has to go back to Rivera, who only gets one touch per possession as the goalkeeper. Goes against Valadez, who stayed down. For the referees, like he got a little too close. Felt the effects, taking a shot to the face. Macias surveys ahead of him. Back to Steven Gonzalez. Pass nearly intercepted by Escalera. Ahead to Macias. Heavy first touch. Sorry, Chavez. Possession saves the Outlaws now in the attacking half. Chipped ball looking for Stankovic. Lackland out off his line. Gets a touch to it. Now in retreat. Gonzalez checks back to Chavez. Good shift there from the Outlaws. Haven't been able to turn it into any kind of danger. Now Chavez ahead to Macias, looks to do just that. And Macias roofs it! All alone as his teammates had gone for a change. Eric Macias halves the deficit. And what a strike it was. Let's take a look. You see no one in an Outlaws uniform even in the picture with Macias. And he did what he had to do. Find any net he could, and it was in the top shelf, beating Lackland at the near post. And we will head into the media timeout here in the second quarter. The energy swings back to the Outlaws side. They trail 2-1 here from Mesquite. energy is back in the building, at least with the Outlaws faithful. You can see plenty of green in the crowd tonight as well. Eric Macias' goal giving some life to Texas here in the second quarter. It's now the Jimmy Lovegrove goal that has Dallas in front, 2-1. Here he is on the ball right away. Nice touch to find Yahir Romero.
There you go.
Max Deverenis on his back. All the way through towards Lovegrove. Measures it off the boards. Back to Cruz. Drop of the shoulder from Cruz. Nowhere to go for him, right on the yellow line. Has to go back to Silva. First touch looking for Perez. Davies gets a foot to it. And last touch off of Texas. That's a defensive clearance or to set up a free kick for the Sidekicks. Three-man wall for Jesus Rivera. Romero standing over it. Let's see here, Romero into the wall. Perez on the follow-up, headed away by O'Dwyer. Doing everything he could there, Steve Merkert, to try and clear it away. And they're going to do another restart from the top of the arc for a defensive clearance. Tough break there against the Outlaws, 2 in a row. Another chance for Oscar Romero. Valadez with the dummy run. Gets it back to Oscar Romero. I think that was intended for Perez. Not quite on the same page. This time, last touch off of Dallas. And out for an Outlaws restart. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Sidekicks struck first. And the 2-goal lead before Macias with the most recent goal. Able to breathe some life back into this game. Gonzalez going to use Rivera here. Goes long into Aligwe. Aligwe this time gets a good first touch. Able to spin Quintana. Aligwe towards the back post all the way through. Macias whistled for a foul against O'Keefe. Taking every foot towards the other line he could. Referee replaces the ball back where the foul took place. Into the feet of Nestor Hernandez. Scored his first goal of the season last time out against Utica. Balliet. 2 defenders around him. Chavez digs it out for Texas. Balliet trying not to commit the foul. Chavez using his speed, but Hernandez got the angle on him. Chavez chasing with Hernandez on the ball, poked ahead for Lovegrove. Good intervention there from Rivera. The cardio for some of these players, sprints up and down the floor. They play shorter shifts, of course, than anything like the outdoor game, but it's a different kind of cardio in the MASL game. Just asked my Monday men's indoor league team how hard that sprint back is after the sprint forward. Guys make it look easy. Blackland out to Silva. Lovegrove, some air underneath it. Finds the head of Powell, trying to set up a teammate, but Macias picks up the second ball. Romalo in a scrap for it, and he runs into Oscar Romero, committing the foul. The season on loan with the Chihuahua Savage, playing playoff games with them last year. That sort of upped his notoriety within the league as he was named an All-Star this year. O'Dwyer now on the charge, 1v3. O'Dwyer fouled by Quintana. We saw what Macias did all on his own earlier. That's about the second best he could do, and that's win a set piece. And wait for reinforcements, which now come up off the bench. O'Dwyer, just one man in the ball is O'Keefe. Over to the left side, shot through traffic, ends up just wide. Steven Gonzalez with the effort. Dallas looking to counter, and O'Dwyer see he's making his case to the official that it was a dive. Referee blows the whistle nonetheless. Romero in for Lovegrove. Nearly a goal a game across over 100 appearances in the MASL for Jamie Lovegrove, some of which came here in Mesquite for Texas.
Get up.
That ball going to be chased down by the ball kids, and while we wait, I'll let you know that you can get the latest news on the MASL and your favorite teams by following MASL Soccer over on Facebook and Instagram, and MASL Arena on Twitter. Follow the Outlaws as well on all platforms to keep up to date with Texas. Rivera is going to pick that one up. Good touch there from Mesquite off the sole of his foot towards O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer getting tangled up there with Silva. Nothing doing, says the official, as O'Dwyer's in retreat. Lovegrove with a blocked shot, but it breaks back for him. Maybe some tired legs here towards the end of the half. If you're just joining us, David Ortiz leaving with an injury. Played one shift after limping off in the first quarter, and we haven't seen him since. Didn't look right by any means. Here's Lackland out off his line. Quickly in retreat. The Outlaws can't fashion anything while the keeper was out. Nice touch there from Macias into the path of Aligwe. Aligwe 1v1, and that one breaks just off the post. It had Lackland beat inches from an equalizer. Here's Bagley from the yellow line. Bagley off the left foot, saved by Lackland. And now Lovegrove. Head for Blas Perez in some space. Closed down by 2. His foot on the ball. Takes a moment. Now into Lovegrove in the corner. Breaks back for Rivera. Haven't heard much from Stankovic from the Outlaws side so far. High-flying rookie kept in check by an experienced Dallas defense. Good score against them on Sunday, and here he goes in pursuit against Felipe Silva. The final minute of the first half. And then over to Silva, down the boards for Romero. Miscue defensively for Texas, breaks free here. Romero from the arc, he scores, top corner. A goal and an assist now for the Dallas number 80. And that's not the break that the Outlaws were looking for heading into the half. Like maybe a mix-up in the substitutions, and Romero found the space wide open, left alone. And as he showed in a high-flying rookie campaign last year, he knows what to do in that kind of space. 9 goals and an assist last year. That's his 3rd goal of the campaign this season. Now just over 30 seconds for the Outlaws to try and respond. Across to Deverenes. Romalo turns on the halfway line. Up against Nestor Hernandez. And for Merker, holds it up in the corner. Bagley, they need to fashion a shot here soon. And they get one back after the 2-goal lead was restored. Bagley under pressure from Escalera. Clearance cannons off his own man, and the final seconds tick down. And that will be the first half of action here from Mesquite, Texas. Sidekicks get the first 2. Eric Macias responds for Texas. And a late goal from Yahir Romero in the first half restores the 2-goal lead. It's 3-1 for the Sidekicks as we head into the halftime break.
Good morning, New Yorkers. Looking for another beautiful day here in the city. Clouds start to fall out there. Temperatures staying in the high 40s. Tomorrow's forecast will be mostly beaches staying around 62.
shoot! He scores!
Welcome back, everybody. This is MASL in 5. I'm Alex Bassivanti. It is great to see you again. I'm going to break down everything that's gone down in the league for you over the past week, and I just need 5 minutes to do it. Let's go.
We are going to pick first Rion Marquez from the Kansas City Comets.
We're going with Vinny Dantas.
Vinny Dantas keeping it in the family with Utica City FC.
And the MASL held its all-star draft this past week. Team Nick Pereira took Rion Marquez of the KC Comets first overall. It's not tough to understand why Rion's second overall in league scoring right now with 30 points. Team Kelvin Oliveira picked next. He kept it in-house as he took teammate Vinny Dantas. 11 points on the season for Vinny, but he brings so much more to the table than just scoring. Such experience from the UCFC man. Watch the full broadcast. It's still available on MASL TV. Some fascinating picks. And of course, this will all come together on Wednesday in Utica, New York. The MASL All-Star Extravaganza featuring an All-Star Skills Challenge. The All-Star Game at 7:15 p.m. followed by the All-Star Fan Fest in Utica, February 12th. Can't wait. Who's hot right now? Frank Tayu from the St. Louis Ambush extended his point streak to 11 games last week in a big way. 4 goals, 1 assist for 5 points in the win over the Harrisburg Heat. Craig Childs, Captain Craig from the San Diego Sockers, was a monster in the Sockers win over the Tacoma Stars. He had the overtime winner in the contest. 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points overall in the game. Also, Juan Pereira from the Baltimore Blast continuing to be hot for the Blast, who are just hot overall. Their massive 9-3 win over Milwaukee last week. Juan, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points in the game. David Ortiz of the Texas Outlaws. First of all, congratulations, Texas, on picking up your first win of the season over the Dallas Sidekicks. David, 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points, and that had to be even sweeter considering they won in that Dallas derby against their crosstown rivals. But we got to mention Jamie Lovegrove as well from the Dallas Sidekicks. The ageless wonder continues to get it done. 1 goal and 2 assists for 3 points in that tight loss against the Texas Outlaws. Your scoring leaders right now, Kelvin Oliveira continues to lead the way with 31 points, followed closely by Rion Marquez, then Marco Fabian with 29 points, and Sanchez of the Wave with 26. Let's take a look at the players of the week, brought to you by Green Drop. In goal, Nicolau Neto. Defensively, Nacho Flores, and offensively, Rion Marquez. It is a KC Comets sweep this week. Rion Marquez, just a dynamo on the floor in 2 Comets wins. 3 goals, 5 assists for 8 total points for the man who has just mentioned is second in league scoring right now. Defensively, Nacho Flores, 3 goals, 3 assists for the Comets, and just as importantly, 2 blocks. Getting the job done. And getting the start in goal was Nicolau Neto, and he came up massive for the Comets. Is in those 2 wins, 13 saves, allowing just 4 goals. Time now for the plays of the week.
Corner to Alami. Alami skirts it through into Justin Stinson. The Stinger with his second goal of the 3rd quarter. It's a power play goal for the Empire.
Out with it, pass by Harris, touched by De Silva. Villa makes it 2-1. It's back in December. Been back the last 5. Now Lovegrove looking for the lead.
Spur now takes the measure of Morgan. Fires it off the wall. Deflected in. Right over the hand of Pardo. He saw it, but Tyler John saw it first.
City into the box. Looking for a chance and a drive and an early goal. The Outlaws grab the lead.
At 71%. And a bomb right there.
Frank Tayu, 10-game point streak. Make it 11, baby!
Comes release. Morales charging. Childs scores! Who did it? The all-time goals leader, the pride of Yahweh, Courage Childs!
And that is a wrap for this week's show. But just remember, all throughout the MASL season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on with the league, be sure to check out the MASL's official social media outlets. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
America's Credit Union is your financial partner, where everyone is treated as people. Experience personalized service for every step of your financial journey. America's Credit Union. We make your passions our priority.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASL iFootball, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASL iFootball to sign up, get started, and play.
Across the nation, MASL players are giving back, utilizing their professional power to touch and inspire people in their local communities nationwide. Free soccer clinics, where kids can meet their heroes and learn new skills. After-school programs and special events. And surprise visits to the classroom. Visiting brave kids in the hospital, bringing joy and hope. Supporting special needs care, partnering with local businesses, and so much more. MASL, passion on the field, purpose off the field, committed to community.
Got the goal. Well executed off the restart as Barrera finishes off and bring up a ball.
Bing, bang, boom, right there from the top of the yard.
It's fuzzy. With that, hands by Harris, touched by DeSilva. Villa makes it 2-1. That's why you can't get fancy through Duke. But what a play by Villa. You already talked to people kind of about that pass earlier. Joey's like, whoo, that's a pretty goal too.
Missed a couple of games back in December, but he's been back the last 5. Now Lovegrove looking for the lead!
Greener, Correa dancing. Back out to DeSantis straight away. Spur now takes the measure of Morgan. Fires it off the wall, deflected in! Right over the hand of Pardo, he saw it, but Tyler John saw it first. nudge on him. 3-2, the Stars have the lead, and John's got a brace. And a great wall scoring here.
And Ian Bennett on the power play team for Milwaukee. Sanchez, he'll fire and throw, scores! I don't know if Reynoso ever saw it. It was kind of a late reaction there. Power play goal for Alex Sanchez. His 13th of the year, and Milwaukee leads it.
Should be okay after a little bit. Now, a bad mistake there from the Texas Outlaws. De Andrade converts the turnover into a goal.
See the pressure from Colin O'Keefe. O'Keefe big ball for Kansas City. Feed into the box. Looking for a chance and a drive and an early goal. The Outlaws grab the lead.
Play in their previous outing. De Leon into the corner to Alami. Alami skirts it through into Justin Stinson. The Stinger with his second goal of the third quarter. It's a power play goal for the Empire.
3 goals that Pedro Cortez has surrendered. Paulo played the first half and then 2.
Mesquite hit it down. Tire!
With 535, 8th in the league in goals against average, 4.82, 7th in save percentage at 71%. And a bomb right there, golazo for the Savage, and they have tied it up at 1 apiece.
Tie up. The sidekick zone, now a turnover. And the Comets grab the lead. That is a heartbreaker for the Sidekicks.
Charging Childs! Score! Who did it? The captain, the all-time goals leader, the pride of Poway, Greg Childs!
The boys are back. Boys are back. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Well, I'm well. How are you? I'm wearing glasses with you today in solidarity.
In solidarity. Welcome, everybody, to MASL Monday. Alex Bastiavansky, Phil Levanto. Happy to be here on CBS Sports Plaza. Yes, a slightly different look today. A mishap with contact lenses. So I pulled out the glasses, which I do not wear publicly. Or have not for some time anyway, but it only made sense today. And Phil, not only did you shave your head in solidarity, we'll use that as an excuse. And you're wearing your glasses as well, which I appreciate, brother. Thank you.
Well, what better time to put on your glasses than on national TV, right? For the first time for public.
Glasses that I bought 10 years ago, that have not been restyled since. Pulled a note, and also, we've got to say, a huge thank you to our good friends at Kelly for the new awesome swag. We've got a couple. We're probably reversing outfits next week, aren't we? I'll be wearing
I know.
You'll be wearing this.
Yeah, we'll just flip it around just to catch everyone off. And thanks from John Raymond from the league, sort of coordinating and getting us.
Absolutely, and our friends at Capelli, they just beautiful stuff that Capelli puts out, and we're so happy to be able to wear it. But there's a lot of juicy stuff to cover this week, folks. Like seriously. We'll get to once again, shockingly controversy in San Diego in segment 2. But we've got to start in the first segment here with what we thought was going to be the game of the weekend. We were so pumped to watch Baltimore taking on Milwaukee, going into the Lions Den in Milwaukee, two old school rivals from the league. We were expecting fireworks in this one, and instead it was an absolute slaughter of Baltimore, taking them down 9-3. What happened?
Well, they put on a clinic, first and foremost, right? Milwaukee coming into this game off of a very busy week. Has to be said, right? 2 games in Utica, then in the midweek game against Chihuahua, which we'll touch on in a little bit. And then this massive matchup against Baltimore that we wanted to see Baltimore sort of their first litmus test of the season. And they came in and they absolutely wowed Milwaukee on their home turf. Julian Rodriguez in goal, I think it's important to say there, from the Blast. We've been trying to go back and forth. Basically telling Coach Basco to pick the goalie, so we went with Rodriguez. And, from there, it was just really, it was an excellence of execution from Baltimore. Beat him at every turn. Basco had the team sort of well prepared, and they outclassed the Waves.
They did. The worst loss for the Waves, and I was looking it up because those were great. My brain doesn't work properly, but something stuck out in it, and that was, it's been a while, and I looked it up, and the last time they lost this bad was against Kansas City, in Kansas City, second Milwaukee game of the year last season. So November 26th of 2023, when the Wave lost 9-3, they have not lost anything close to that bad since that time. I was shocked by the final score.
Then 2 years ago, 2 years ago they lost the Blast at the TU Arena. They got thumped. When we were really looking forward to that game, Milwaukee was on a bit of a hot streak, went into Baltimore, and Baltimore took advantage. So one of the oldest rivalries that our indoor game has to offer, the 2 oldest continually operating teams. I think I have that right, if I read correctly, off of the Facebook groups. Thank you, Facebook groups, for giving me that one. So a very classic matchup, and I think Baltimore answered a lot of questions for us in this one. I really do.
Yeah, I still wish that Baltimore was playing one of San Diego or Chihuahua down the stretch.
Not wrong.
Right now, they've got KC once this season, and that is their final regular season game, so that should be a very interesting one as well. Let's talk about, we're going back to last Tuesday, so but we haven't had a chance to talk about the Chihuahua-Milwaukee game, which was a banger. This thing was a fantastic game. 7-6 Milwaukee. Milwaukee loses in overtime, and they just, down the stretch, they just couldn't close the deal. Chihuahua, they'll take us through it, but the Savage tied it up with less than a minute left, and then heartbreaking stuff in overtime for the Wave.
So heavy legs for Milwaukee for sure in that game. They mentioned on the broadcast numerous times, and it was very obvious to see in person too. Stats bear it out as well. Outshot by the Savage 12-2 in the third quarter and 18-5 in the fourth. They could not keep possession of the ball. And
like you said, heavy legs, man. That is the ultimate representation of heavy legs. Yeah, they just was catching up with them, wasn't it? Yeah.
Welcome back into Mesquite, Texas. Halfway through this one, and the Texas Outlaws trailing at home 3-1. Take you through the highlights of the first half here in just a second. Get a look at the goals from Blas Perez, Jamie Lovegrove, Eric Macias, and Yahir Romero. As the 2 teams are preparing for the second half of action. Coming off a matchup between these 2 in Allen earlier on. And the first blow in this rivalry between these 2 teams going to the Texas Outlaws up in Allen last Sunday. Looking for a response. The Sidekicks leading 3-1 here halfway through. And we'll take a look at how it happened. Here's the opening goal from Blas Perez on the feed from Yahir Romero, who was standout for the Sidekicks in the opening 2 quarters. Nice setup there from the number 80. And there was Lovegrove continuing his goal-scoring streak. Scored in every game so far this season. That made it 2-0 for Dallas. And then all on his own, Eric Macias able to find the roof of the net, ripping that one to cut the deficit in half and give some momentum to the Outlaws, but it was short-lived, as right on the stroke of halftime, you hear Romero on a defensive breakdown from the home side found the space and found the top corner past Rivera. So it's 3-1 as we are all set to resume play here in the second half. This is one of 3 games on MASL TV tonight. Fourth quarter action, St. Louis leading San Diego 5-4 at home. And Milwaukee and Tacoma just got underway out on the West Coast. Here we are here in second half action. Texas Outlaws need a response, looking for their first home win of the season, trailing 3-1 after 30 minutes. If you're just joining us, David Ortiz leaving the game with an injury. Tried to play through it for one shift, and we didn't see him for the remainder of that first half. I don't think we'll see him again tonight, and that is, of course, a huge blow for Texas. Here's Lackland lining up a shot just wide. Now he's out of goal, but the possession stays with Dallas. Parker Lackland getting adventurous there. Valadez sets it up for him once again into the attacking half. Down into the corner for Romero, off the outside of his left foot. Find Powell. Couldn't keep it, but all the early pressure with Dallas. Now a minute into the second half. Quintana to Valadez. Cycling possession through, now into the feet of Powell. Powell back heel towards Romero. His second of the night. Really well worked goal there for Dallas. And you hear Romero now 3 points tonight, an assist on the opener and 2 goals since. And not the start at all the Outlaws were looking for. Down their captain and their number 10, and now down 3 goals, just a minute and a half into the second half. Famune passing the midfield, easily picked off there by Silva. Silva approaching the other line. Bagley, nice intervention there. Now a chance going the other way. Here's Deverinis at full stretch. Rolls it across for Aligwe, but he gets under it. Golden opportunity there for Aligwe, now wearing the armband with no Ortiz. Deverinis did everything right there. Full sprint, full steam ahead. Committed the defender. Aligwe couldn't pick out goal number 96 of his career. And give the Outlaws some life. Stays out there. 4 goals on the season, including one last week against the Sidekicks. It's a flick to that one, but no one running beyond him. Romalo now chasing down Felipe Silva. Whistle goes. The second ball ended up on the field. And just get rid of it. Hot there from the referee towards the 4th official, but now we're all set to go. Romalo chasing down Lackland. Into the corner for Blas Perez. That one's going to roll all the way through for Rivera. Macias got the lone goal tonight for the Outlaws. Inside the yellow line now. No space to shoot. Finds Romalo. Bounced over to O'Dwyer. 4 of the 5 Outlaws players all on the halfway line. Need a little more attacking emphasis out of the midfield. This one's fizzed in. Feet of Merker, trying to hold it up. Merker off the boards, looking for Macias. Won't find him. Now the Outlaws go in retreat. Romero tried to find a teammate. It's Lovegrove off the bench who picks it up. Good intervention there from Rivera. Merker turning into pressure. Numbers in the attack for Dallas. Lovegrove across, looking for Balliet. Intercepted by O'Dwyer. Second of 6 matchups between these two teams. Interstate rivals. 30-minute drive or so between the Credit Union Texas Event Center and the Mesquite Arena. Here's Lovegrove. into the feet of Powell, trying to turn, poked away by Macias. Outlaws doing a lot of defending here in this second half. Quintana, head for Powell. Powell looking to turn his man, he does. Cut back cross, Romero gets it on target, but nothing behind the shot. Rivera picks it up. There's a pass in the midfield, picked off by O'Keefe, ahead for Powell. Rivera tries to make up for his mistake, but O'Keefe on time, on target, makes it 5-1. In response, Coach Busquets going to take a quick timeout. A tough start to this second half as it's gone from 3-1 to 5-1 in just 4 minutes. And the Outlaws will look to regroup. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back for some more third quarter action.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASL iFootball, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASL iFootball to sign up, get started, and play.
Across the nation, MASL players are giving back, utilizing their professional power to touch and inspire people in their local communities nationwide. Free soccer clinics, where kids can meet their heroes and learn new skills. After-school programs and special events. And surprise visits to the classroom. Visiting brave kids in the hospital, bringing joy and hope. Supporting special needs care, partnering with local businesses, and so much more. MASL, passion on the field, purpose off the field, committed to community.
And we are back underway here in the third, coming out of the timeout for the Outlaws, needing some kind of response here at home to what has been a pretty dominant display from Dallas thus far. It's going to come with a caveat, of course, for the Outlaws losing David Ortiz. Here's Bagley into the attacking zone, tripped up from behind. O'Keefe, another foul against him. Could have turned into more. He'll be too mad about giving up the foul there as opposed to a shot. Forward fouls in the game against O'Keefe. Have to be careful. O'Dwyer sets up the free kick, 2 to his left. Oligwe waiting in the goal mouth. Macias goes on the overlap, rolled to him. Macias, driven shot into Torquato, who gets the block. And now O'Keefe. O'Dwyer tries to put a stop to it, but Oligwe on the retreat, wins it back for the home side. In the midfield for Macias. Area that Texas are going to try and replicate what David Ortiz can bring, and it's that advancing the ball through the middle third. They've struggled since he went out. Gonzalez defending Powell. Back to Quintana. Quintana into the corner. Powell with Gonzalez on his back, turns and finds Yahir Romero, who's looking for a hat trick here for the rest of the match. 2 goals and an assist already to his name. Stankovic, leading scorer for the Outlaws, defending here. Been kept in check so far. Scored in every home game. The Outlaws wouldn't mind that sooner rather than later. It's come good for them. Get some momentum back going. Chavez chased across his own yellow line. Escalera wants a foul, not given. Here's Macias now. Some space for him inside the yellow line. Macias shot blocked up high. And it was Cruz with the crucial block off the line. That one was goal bound. For the Dallas number 20, got a foot to it. He distributes well into the chest of Perez. Foot ahead for Lovegrove. Perez fouled, making the pass. Perez now helped up to his feet. And he'll head off to the back post where he does some of his most dangerous work. Lovegrove stands over the free kick. Lovegrove sends it across towards Silva. Silva off the boards, tough deflection, good save from Rivera. Ramallo just clears his lines, back over to the Dallas side. Down to the corner for Perez. Perez all the way back for Silva. Dallas going to be content in possession with the 4-goal advantage. Lovegrove to Silva. Lovegrove tripped up in the middle by Ramallo. Thompson to his feet. Referee running into Lucas Ramallo there. And I think because of that, the referee is going to give him an extra second to get set up. Lovegrove, first time ball forward towards Perez, off his toe, headed back by Gonzalez. Now Rivera launching it the other way, and it bounces wrong off the boards and straight out. Dwyer was in pursuit. Michael's closing down Lovegrove, nice flick touch, no teammate on the other end of it though. 3v3 now going the other way. Gonzalez into the attacking zone, shot blocked away. Out for what will be a corner kick on the other side of this break. Step aside for just a moment as the Sidekicks are now out in front 5-1 for the Mesquite Arena. .48 to go here in the third quarter. Texas Outlaws hosting the Dallas Sidekicks tonight as the Sidekicks in front 5-1. 2 goals on this side of the halftime break, extending the lead for Dallas. Two teams retake the turf, and you can see on the right side of your shot there, David Ortiz on crutches. Will not return to tonight's game. Big loss for Texas. MASLsoccer.com is your home for everything Major Arena Soccer League. All the latest news, leaderboards, highlights, and more. So we start with an Outlaws free kick into the middle for Aligwe. Couldn't get the telling touch with Hernandez defending. Out in front for Balliet. Crucial intervention there from Macias. Rolled out for O'Dwyer. Aligwe ahead of him. O'Dwyer on the dribble. Cut through with the pass there, looking for Aligwe. Won't find him. Picked up off the boards by Hernandez. Battle for it. Breaks for Balliet. And support for Dallas. Valiant's shot blocked away. Be a corner kick for the Sidekicks now. Tonight are without Christian Vasquez, Isai Romero, Leon Bennett, David Teixeira, and Moises Hernandez. Those last two very notable names, former FC Dallas players. Not involved tonight for the Sidekicks. On the other side, Dwayne Laidley, Suriel Aruz, with two consistent contributors this year for Edgar Skarich, both out with illness. The Sidekicks line up this free kick. First shot blocked from Lovegrove. Second shot finds Valadez through traffic. Big save from Rivera. And losing Ortiz midway through this game. The biggest loss of any that I mentioned there, any of those names. Another corner for the Sidekicks. Romero lays it back. Another shot cannoned into the bodies. Second ball lifted towards Las Perez. And then Valadez puts his foot through it, hits the roof with that shot. Next goal going to be crucial for the Outlaws. Stankovic on the floor right now. The most likely man to find it. They look for him here. Quintana got a hold of his jersey. Powell comes away with the ball. Nice crossfield ball. Finds Colin O'Keefe. 1v1 denied by Rivera. Ball stays with the Sidekicks, circulating it here in the attacking half. Cruz. Outstretched foot of Stankovic breaks for Rivera. Powell in the area. No whistle. Contact on the goalkeeper, and we play on. Quintana against Famune. Tussle up against the boards. That's Dallas who comes away with it. Cruz over to Lovegrove. Stans has the winning goal, the second for Dallas back in the first quarter. Blackland now joining the attack. The Outlaws side. Ball down the boards finds Lovegrove. Cleared away. Tough by Yahir Romero. Perez went for the dummy with Lovegrove running beyond him. Stankovic thought he was fouled, but the play on. 3v2 for Dallas the other way. Lovegrove in the left corner. Set back for Perez. Couldn't get the shot away. Famune on the retreat gets a crucial touch. Chavez brings it up. Closed down. Chavez into the yellow line. Chavez sliding tackle from Romero. Back to Chavez off the boards. Can't find a teammate. Gonzalez going to keep the pressure on here. Back for O'Dwyer. First time ball into Chavez. Running is Macias up the left, beaten to it by Felipe Silva. Romero into Valiant, trying to turn. And Gonzalez does well to shield it back towards Rivera. Dwyer head up. As long as he's behind that yellow line, he can't launch it long. Trying to avoid the 3 lines violation. Breaks for a Ligwe. Quintana from the ground makes the sliding tackle. No whistle either way. Quintana now a couple of step overs inside the yellow line. Tries to get past his man. No way past O'Dwyer. And now Romero. Romero shot blocked by Gonzalez. Off the glass on the far side. Valiant turns past Romalo. And it breaks for Quintana off the post. Romero on the follow-up blocked by Gonzalez. Possession for the Sidekicks. They've had a lot of it here in the second half. Gonzalez is going to try and shield this one all the way through to Rivera, and he does. O'Dwyer finds a pocket of space in the middle, now driving into the attacking half. Takes out Romalo. Over to Gonzalez. Needs options as the Outlaws make changes. O'Dwyer in the measure the ball in behind. That one heading out towards my spot here on the broadcast table. Nice hold-up play there. O'Dwyer from the edge of the arc. Shot blocked away. Now Steven Gonzalez on the follow-up. Deflected off of Silva. Nearly turned it in to his own goal. And here's Merker on the turn, looking for a debut goal. Well saved by Lackland. Good sustained possession there from the Outlaws, I think, for the first time in the quarter. Lackland goes long into the corner. Nice weight on it. Brings for Romero, top of the arc, defended away by Bagley. Now Davies can use his speed. Get it up the field. Bagley into the corner. Two defenders around him, and Nestor Hernandez comes away with the ball. Macias tries to go back into Lovegrove. Lovegrove wins it, finds Perez ahead of him. Here's lost Perez, 1v1. Looking for support, finds Jamie Lovegrove again. First time effort, well off target. 13 goals and 10 assists now in 13 games for the Sidekicks captain. That touch won't be remembered. Rivera launches it long, defended by Valadez. Valiant juggling to himself, making headway up the field. Still fighting for it, and O'Dwyer deemed to have committed a foul. Second foul of the game against O'Dwyer. Lovegrove will line up the free kick. Lovegrove down into the corner, wants the quick give and go. Last touch off of Texas. Not a defensive clearance, it'll be from the side. The Outlaws' lone win last week against these Sidekicks. They led pretty much the whole way. Haven't been able to come from behind this season to grab a win just yet. This one shot towards the back post for Yahir Romero, retrieved by Valadez. Quintana to Perez, again looking for the dummy, but Lovegrove not on the same page. And Chavez going to try and use his speed. Past one, still two defenders in his way. Chavez checks back for Macias, over towards O'Dwyer. Picks it up off the board. Stankovic waits at the back post. O'Dwyer finds some space for Chavez through traffic. Stoned by Lackland. Nearly snuck underneath him, but a big save there from Parker Lackland. Starting to see some signs of life for Texas here as this third quarter winds down. Chavez been at the heart of it. 3v2 here for Texas. Chavez into a league way. Set back for Chavez with the header. So difficult to do with O'Keefe defending as they switch the call towards the corner because of the intervention from Colin O'Keefe. See the vision there from a league way, trying to chip it back towards his teammate. There will be a corner just over a minute to play here in the third. O'Dwyer from the far side, surveying his options. Oligwe at the back post, Chavez nearest to him. Lackland awaits. O'Dwyer towards Chavez, dummy, opens up the space for Macias, shot blocked. A minute remaining in the quarter. O'Keefe running all alone now. Gonzalez is going to have to make up the ground. O'Keefe couldn't bring the ball with him. Now O'Dwyer, some good work to win it back. Chavez up front all alone. O'Dwyer towards the league way. Had Quintana for company all night. That one towards Macias, breaks for O'Dwyer, under 30 seconds to play. Back out to Steven Gonzalez. Chavez just outside the yellow line, Cruz defending. The corner for Leagueway. Oligwe wants some space to shoot, cuts back. Now on the spin, Oligwe towards the near post. Another save from Lackland. 5 seconds to play. Oligwe makes hard contact there. And they might just be able to do something with 3 seconds on the clock from this angle. It's gonna have to be sent goalward quickly. Dwyer towards Macias, gonna have to let it rip, and not a bad effort, you know. Just over the crossbar as the buzzer sounds. Macias looking for his second goal, looking for some momentum. The Outlaws built into that towards the end of the third quarter, but still they trail 5-1. Fourth quarter is on the other side of this break. Into the Mesquite Arena. Now Sidekicks in front in the second edition of this Texas Derby this season. The Outlaws taking it 6-4 in Allen last Sunday. Sidekicks so far able to respond, looking for a win to end what has been a short losing streak for them. Shots so far in this game favoring the visitors, 24-20. The Outlaws have kept it close, and with that late surge there to end the third quarter, close the deficit in shots, but still trail 5-1 overall. Lackland a standout so far, goalkeeper for the Sidekicks. MASL fans this week, tune in for the MASL All-Star Game. It's out in Utica, New York, February 12th. That's this Wednesday. You can follow the MASL on social media for updates. The rosters have been drafted. It's Team Kelvin against Team Pereira. Should be exciting to see all the league's top talent on display out in Utica this week. Talent tonight has been Parker Lackland. 1 goal conceded on 12 shots, 11 saves. And a solid performance in net for the Sidekicks. And he's a big part of why this game isn't closer than 5-1 as we restart here in the fourth quarter. Here Romero, the other standout, 2 goals and an assist going forward for the Sidekicks. See if the Outlaws can build on some of that momentum they ended the third quarter with. You think another Sidekicks goal might put the nail in the coffin tonight. If the Outlaws can grab one, start to build some momentum here in the arena. Lovely ball forward from Rivera, right onto the foot of Oligwe, holding off his man. Felipe Silva putting everything in to Victor Oligwe there, trying to nudge him off the ball. Bagley on the retreat, gets a foot to it. Brings back for Nestor Hernandez. Felipe Silva down the boards for Lovegrove, up against Deverinis. Brings back for Nestor Hernandez, 2 longtime veterans of the indoor game. Lovegrove takes on his man, left-footed shot. Rivera got just enough to it. Shakes his wrist. That one stung the palms. Just ball in behind for Ramallo. Lackland out off his line. Gets a crucial touch to it. Oligwe can't think that one into Romero, who's going to take a quick seat. Shake that one off. To the final frame here. Powell looking for another for the Sidekicks. He finds it. Side netting for Ant Powell. And that makes it 6-1. picked up an assist in the first half, gets his goal there, as he was able to beat his men and find that side netting. Continue to hold up the jersey of Isai Romero. Don't know the story behind that one, but dedicating it to him. Listed as out tonight with a knee injury. Macias scoops that one into the corner. Merker can't get it before Lackland picks it up. Back to Lackland, goes long, looking for Valiet. Able to win it back. Mune putting O'Dwyer in a tough spot there. Valiet deemed to have fouled him. Veteran move there from O'Dwyer. Under a lot of pressure to win the foul. Ahead of him, not seeing any options. Goes back to Rivera, who's taking it up to the field himself. Davies turns away and finds O'Dwyer. He'll lift this one in towards Oligwe. Oligwe, Quintana defending. Oligwe himself restoring the possession. Great run from Chavez off the boards. Chavez cutting back. Finds Steven Gonzalez outside of the right foot. Shot blocked away. Over to Chavez. Lively here in the second half. Chavez inside the yellow line. Finds Oligwe. First touch pops up on him. He tries to use that to his advantage. Can't keep it. Slams the boards in frustration as the Sidekicks run the other way with O'Keefe. O'Keefe onto his right foot. Cutting back. Finds Powell. 3v3 here for Dallas. Powell onto the left foot. Off target. Start with Rivera's distribution right into the feet of Stankovic. Controls it well. He finds an angle to shoot. Overlap comes from Bagley, who bags one into the back of the net. 6-2 now. Tyler Bagley giving Texas a chance off the feed there from Stankovic. His first real involvement of note. See that hard run. He knew what he wanted to do immediately. Stankovic was able to set him up. Looking for Lackland on that one as Bagley put it in the side netting. So we'll see if that can spark something here for the Outlaws in the fourth. Beaten for the first time since Macias early in the game. Perez back for Quintana. Bagley, some wind in his sails in pursuit. And Bagley picks that pass off from Lovegrove. Another one might make things interesting here. 11 to play. 4-goal deficit at the moment for Texas. Romero bleeds that one up, finds Quintana. Involved in that All-Star game in Utica on Wednesday. Hernandez tries to make a sprint up the boards. Chavez gets his body in front. Possession stays with Dallas. Step overs from Oscar Romero. Paz Perez in the corner. Back to Silva. On the side of the Sidekicks. Just continue to circulate it through here. Lovegrove now down the boards from Rune up against Perez. Both players take a tumble. We play on 2v2. Oligwe ahead of Chavez. Chavez past one, tries to cut it back for Oligwe. Defended by Silva. O'Dwyer sliding tackle, wins it back. No foul. Referees letting some contact go both ways here in the fourth. Here's Silva on the charge, breaks for Perez at the back post. And Perez, under contact from Gonzalez, wins the free kick. Perez in his third season in the MASL, after playing for 20 clubs and over 100 appearances for Panama in the outdoor game. Got the opener tonight. He waits at the back post here. Lovegrove lines up his free kick. And he's going to take a timeout, take a breather, and draw something up. And his head coach, Terry Woodbury. And we will take the timeout with them. 9:44 to play here in the fourth quarter. Now Sidekicks in front here, 6-2. Remaining in this one, 6-2 Sidekicks. The Outlaws grabbing the latest of the 8 goals so far tonight. Looking to keep themselves alive in what will be a playoff race down the stretch between 4 or 5 teams for that number 8 spot. Coming into tonight is St. Louis Ambush with 11 points in 8th. And beneath them, the Sidekicks with 9 points. Tacoma Stars with 8 points, Harrisburg Heat with 7, and your Texas Outlaws with 3, but having plenty of games in hand, 3 games in hand compared to the Ambush. Need to take advantage of those extra games, and they might find themselves right in that race. Well, it looks like it will be a race for 8th. Free kick drawn up by Lovegrove, draws a corner from the other side. Final score in overtime. San Diego coming back to beat St. Louis. The Ambush nearly pulling an upset there, but they will grab a point from the overtime loss. As Romero sets it back for Silva, blocked away, another corner coming. San Diego, a little bit of a blip this season. And it's allowed the Savage to run out in front, 13-2 record for 37 points. 8-point gap to the next team, and that's the Baltimore Blast. All new format this year for the Ron Newman Cup playoffs. Romero on the approach, chips it into bodies. Lovegrove on the volley. Some venom behind it, but it's blocked away. Last touch off Macias. Again, Sidekicks from the side. But the top 8 with no conferences this year, the top 8 will go straight to the playoffs. All taking place at Front Wave Arena out in San Diego. Valadez into the body of Merker there. That will make for a showpiece event to conclude this MASL season out in San Diego. It's been already an interesting regular season. Both of these teams hoping to find themselves out west as it comes to a close. Here's a chance for a debut goal from Merker. Shot blocked by Romero. Nice sliding block from him. Romero ahead to Perez. Macias gets there first. A little bit of a mix up there, but Bagley, who has the latest goal, able to retrieve it. Bagley down the boards for Chavez. Fighting the pressure on, trying to find some space for a teammate. This one chipped into the corner. Stankovic looking to hold it up. Teammate, but stay with the Outlaws, and Deveranis will track it down so that Rivera doesn't have to use his one touch of the possession. The untrained eye looked like he was just being lazy there, but there is a strategic reason he doesn't go and retrieve that one. Whistle goes. Torquato drawing the foul. 8 minutes to go. 8 goals so far tonight. Fourth against Ronaldo tonight. Lovegrove asking for a little more space to take the free kick, but he just goes back to Hernandez. Lovegrove down the boards into Powell. Goal and an assist for Anthony Powell. Silva pass through the middle to the feet of the number 77 here on the turn. Off the boards, picked up by Rivera. Rivera goes long, the league way apologetic, wasn't making the run this time. Both goalkeepers' shoulder going to be worn out. They're going for the long distribution majority of the night. Sidekicks definitely amping up the pace of their play from what we saw in Allen on Sunday. That combined with no Ortiz for a majority of this game. Very effective for the visitors looking to get their lick back. The Outlaws were able to beat them 6-4. Here's O'Dwyer now. Approaching the other line, O'Dwyer gets the shot away. No deflection, it's straight out. And that will take us into our final media timeout. And we will take it with them. 6:49 to go here in the fourth. Dallas in front, 6-2.
Indoor soccer fans, it's time to unleash a giant leap for fandom. Introducing MASL Indoor Soccer Fantasy Football. Build your dream team, invite your friends, and create your own draft league, all for free. Draft and trade players and win bragging rights as your team dominates the league. With MASL iFootball, you're not just a fan, you're part of the action. Go to MASL iFootball to sign up, get started, and play.
Across the nation, MASL players are giving back, utilizing their professional power to touch and inspire people in their local communities nationwide. Free soccer clinics, where kids can meet their heroes and learn new skills. After-school programs and special events. And surprise visits to the classroom. Visiting brave kids in the hospital, bringing joy and hope. Supporting special needs care, partnering with local businesses, and so much more. MASL, passion on the field, purpose off the field, committed to community.
.49 to go here in the fourth. Outlaws have the 6th attacker jersey on for Billy O'Dwyer. And they will turn to him, it looks like, pretty quickly here, in need of 4 goals here in the final frame. A little confusion coming out. They need another player to make 5, which they do have Chavez up off the bench. Lackland goes long, able to beat Gonzalez, but can't find Perez. Back down by Michaels. Chavez moving left to right, O'Dwyer on, Rivera off. 6th attacker on. Outlaws scored against the 6th attacker to ice it on Sunday. That was Ortiz. Usually the candidate to wear the makeshift goalkeeper jersey. O'Dwyer in his stead, making up the extra man here. Chavez for Macias to O'Dwyer. Gonzalez on the yellow line into the corner. Aligwe had a moment of space before he was closed down by Quintana. That's more than he's had all night. O'Dwyer across to Macias. Macias with the shot, saved by Lackland. Second ball, fighting for it on the boards. Macias comes away with it. The net gaping at the other end. Valadez able to draw the foul. And Rivera comes back out in goal for the Outlaws. Decent first showing with 6 attackers, but couldn't get anything on target. One save from Lackland. Giveaway there from Quintana. Romalo now from the yellow line, gets the shot away, closed down by O'Keefe, who makes the block. Now Macias through traffic, breaks for Chavez at the back post, again saved by Parker Lackland. And Macias will allow that to bounce out. Take it quickly, O'Dwyer back out. Net empty at the other end. Gonzalez splits 2 defenders to find Macias from the left. He's got one of the 2 Texas goals tonight. Gonzalez into the corner for Stankovic. Romalo. Stankovic waiting on the bench. Macias across again to Romalo. Back to O'Dwyer. Macias thought about a shot. Breaks for Oligwe on the left. Oligwe, left-footed shot, saved by Lackland, who covers up the second ball as well. And O'Dwyer acting as the sweeper-keeper there. Keeps pressure on the Sidekicks. Macias to Romalo. Back to Billy O'Dwyer. Sustained possession with 6 attackers, and 2 incisive so far. This one sent cross field. Gonzalez on the yellow line, now Chavez. Looking for the give and go, dump to the turf, free kick coming. A real opportunity here. Get the first of 4 they need to get back in this game. O'Dwyer pick his spot. Slow approach, and he'll take the timeout. As they're going to want to take every opportunity, get the best shot they can here, and get a rest for that group, which had spent 2-3 minutes consecutively on the floor. And so this may well be our final commercial break, when we will take a quick moment and be back for the final 4:03 here in the 4th quarter. Dallas on top 6-2. Still 4 minutes to go in this one. Looking ahead to what's next for these 2 teams. Well, it's another bout between them coming up on the 13th. It'll be Texas at Dallas. Looking ahead to what's next for both teams. After that, the Outlaws will turn around a couple days later and play at the Milwaukee Wave on the 15th. Concentrated on trying to find a way back into the game here, coming out of the timeout that they have drawn up. Into the corner for Gonzalez. Tries to go off the boards. O'Dwyer's got to stop it at the source here. Macias wins the header. Net still empty at the other end. Oligwe to win it back. No move for Rivera. Now he does come back in. 4 to play, nothing off that set piece. O'Keefe whistled for a foul. been no cards tonight, which would have been brought to you by Activate Canopy. And of course, not much controversial either, but if you disagree with the call tonight, you might just see it on the MASL's most controversial show, Under Review, with Phil Levanko and MASL head referee Ryan Sideicks. You can catch it every Friday on MASL TV. No challenges either way tonight either. Restart play with a free kick. O'Dwyer out as the sixth attacker. Not sure what the confusion is here. Referees now retake their positions. And we're back underway. Gotta come quick from an Outlaws perspective. Over to Macias on the yellow line. It's Gonzalez. Gonzalez through traffic. A touch. No, it's going to be a restart for Lackland. Stankovic up off the bench for the first time in a while with Oligwe off to take a quick break. Bagley back in as well, the latest goal scorer for Texas. We'll make 3 changes here with just over 3 minutes to go as we wait to retrieve the game ball. For the Sidekicks side, their next 2 games are both against the Outlaws. 13th I mentioned, and then back here in Mesquite on the 26th. 13 days without a game for the Sidekicks. Collision there between Davies and Gonzalez. Good to see both of them quickly up to their feet. Could have been a lot worse there. As to Lovegrove, Sidekicks just trying to see out these final 3 minutes. Even the season series, this interstate rivalry. By Silva, no look pass into Powell. Powell 2 defenders on him. Gonzalez gets a touch to it. Now Tyler Bagley going the other way, 2v2, Stankovic up with him. In towards Stankovic, shot blocked by Valadez. Stankovic, as it stands, he goes scoreless for the first home game of his MASL career. He did pick up an assist. Prolific rookie, kept pretty quiet. He's back to the bench now with the league way in. As we restart O'Dwyer. Chavez from the left. Just joining us, hoping to catch the conclusion. Ortiz injured in this one for Texas, and a big miss as O'Dwyer's shot's deflected into the arms of Parker Lackland, who's been a standout tonight. Just the 2 goals conceded, and now up towards 14-15 saves. Lovegrove gets himself back up. Heavy contact. 2 minutes to play. Chavez shapes the shoot, fakes now onto his left. And Hernandez with the gate, the goal empty at the other end, hits the post. We play on at 6-2. So close to goals in consecutive games for Nestor Hernandez. Chavez towards Gonzalez. Gonzalez returns it to him. Back for O'Dwyer. A lot of possession. Not a lot towards Parker Lackland's goal, even with the 6 attackers for 6 minutes here for Texas. Way into the corner. Malo loses out to Hernandez, who's gone for it again, and this one's going to roll wide, this time off to the left. But Sidekicks doing well just to kill the clock here. We approach a minute to play in the game. Into the corner for Malo. Find a cross off the boards, rolls it through towards Macias. Looking to return it to him. And a break for Quintana. That empty at the other end. Torquato puts some air underneath this one. Dwyer is going to pick it up. Lovegrove hoping for a second goal of the night there with that sprint to close him down. Chavez from the yellow line, blocked by Lovegrove. I think there's been enough of that. Of course, with 6 attackers, you have to prioritize control, otherwise you get these type of situations. Valadez to himself, off the wall, push from the Sizz, and it is given, and there will be our only card of the night. With 7 seconds to go, and a penalty kick for the Sidekicks to put the exclamation mark on it. It was well played by Valadez, and he's asking maybe if he could take it. Sly grin as Lovegrove steps up to take the penalty. 7 seconds to go, looking for a 7th goal for his team. And Macias, who got a goal tonight for the Outlaws, will end the game in the box by the looks of things. Had to do that in a 1v1 situation. Valadez put him in that conundrum. Lovegrove steps up now from the penalty spot. Rivera back out in net to defend. Sidekicks captain Jamie Lovegrove scores. Low to the right, and that will do it tonight. 7-2 your score, and it's the Sidekicks dancing at the Rodeo Arena. Just the second of 6 meetings between these two teams, just as the Outlaws' victory in Allen certainly stung for the Sidekicks. This one, the counter punch, won't feel too good for Ed Mesquite men, especially losing David Ortiz, who's on the left of your screen there on crutches, already with the knee wrapped up. Concerned with him, the Outlaws' lone all-star this season. Stay tuned for updates on him. Stay tuned to social media for any further updates. But tonight, it goes final 7-2, with Lovegrove grabbing the exclamation point. 2 goals from him, 2 goals from Romero, and a standout performance from Parker Lackland in goal. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on MASL TV. My name is Ryan Figger. It's been a pleasure to take you through the action tonight, and we will see you again soon. Good night.